Have you ever checked out a race before? If you haven't, you definitely should, because NASCAR is the second largest spectator sport in the U.S. The thrill of fast cars racing by you and the adrenaline you get when you see a crash is unlike any other sport. My family has continuously been a fan of the sport for many years. I have personally witnessed the growing fan base. I wanted to do some research on this topic in order to gain more knowledge, and so I can inform other people about what NASCAR is about. I would like to give you some information about how NASCAR started and how it has changed over the years, the main goal of racing, and who the legends of the sport are. In the beginning, Bill France Sr. was fascinated with automobiles and how they performed. He would skip class and take his family car to a local racetrack, and when he was older, he decided to make his own business until he got $25, where he then decided to uproot his family from Washington, D.C., and where they ended up at Daytona Beach. When they were at Daytona Beach, they found a hard-packed sand surface to race their cars on. From there, they decided to continue to find a good place to race where they could improve their speed. They used all types of cars, including street-legal family sedans. It wasn't until December 12, 1947, when they held their first meeting for the National Association for Stock Car Automobile Racing, which stands for NASCAR. They got together promoters, drivers, mechanics in order to form races. After a couple of months of hard work, they hired Irwin Baker, who was the commissioner, and after they hired him, they did their first of 52 150-mile races, which was in February of 1948 at Daytona Beach Road Racecourse. A year later, NASCAR continues to grow, holding 7 more strictly stock car races with 16 to 45 drivers, which is a step up from what they've been doing. And Darlington International Speedway also became the first 500-mile asphalt track. They raced with 74 drivers. We'll go to 1956, which is the future. The future of NASCAR continued to build. They had 11 paved tracks among 56 venues. In 1957, they had 14 out of 53 venues. And in 1958, they had 24 out of 51 venues. So as you can tell, each year they progressed. The fan base was up to 41,000 by 1959, where NASCAR only grew bigger and bigger. Now, today, they have 99,853 fans per race, and annual NASCAR attendance has grown to 3.6 million people, and the total number of households that watch the Daytona 500 is 12.5 million. Now that is only one race per year. NASCAR ranks second behind the NFL, so it has made a huge improvement from the small dirt tracks and family sedans. Now we have stock cars and trucks racing, and many other types of racing. Next, the main goal of NASCAR is for the drivers that are racing to win money. Each race there is a cash prize, and depending on which place you get that amount of money. And also, not only are they working to get the money, they are also going towards the NASCAR Chase for the Cup. This is the last last race of the season, where only the top 16 drivers get to enter. It's like the Super Bowl of football. So each driver gets to qualify by points, and you get 40 points if you place first in a race, and if you place last, you get 1. So you go down, step down each time you get lower. And this year, NASCAR is putting an emphasis on winning races to get into the chase for the Cup. Finally, we can discuss some of the greatest drivers that have been inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame, which includes Dale Earnhardt, who won a total of 76 Winston Cup races and 7 NASCAR Winston Cup championships, tying for the most with Richard Petty. Earnhardt passed away in 2001 due to a fatal car accident during the last lap of the Daytona 500. It was a head injury. Buck Baker was the first driver to win consecutive NASCAR Sprint Cup championships. Red Byron was the first person to win the first race in 1948, and he also continued his success that same year, winning the NASCAR championship. which was also the first championship. Bill Elliott was an incredible driver with 44 wins, ranking 16th all-time, and 55 poles, ranking 8th. In 1988, he also won the NASCAR Premier Series Championship with 6 wins, 15 top 5s, and 22 top 10s in 29 races. Mark Martin was known as the greatest driver to never win a championship. He finished second in the championship 5 times. He set career highs with 7 wins, 22 top 5s, and 1,730 laps led in 1988. Over his career, he had 40 wins and 61 runner-up finishes in 882 starts. As you can see, NASCAR has come such a long way since 1948, from dirt roads and a few thousand fans to asphalt and concrete tracks and millions of fans. From racing just to have fun to racing for money and championships, there have been some remarkable drivers that have changed NASCAR, and there will continue to be some great drivers throughout the years. I believe we will only see NASCAR grow and continue to improve with technology and faster cars. NASCAR fans wouldn't know what to do without hearing the great words, "Drivers, start your engines before every race."